Good morning, are my lovelies. So excited to see you today. I love being with you guys. This is what my whole life purpose is about. I think today's been a little bit backwards. Good morning, son. I'm free. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug. How are you? I'm so excited to see you. I'm gonna shuffle these cards because I didn't pull any cards this morning. And Anubis said this morning earlier at the 7:30 that the energy is going to be a little rocky around 3 o'clock. Good morning, Deborah Coupe. How do you do? Nice to see you. Glad you're here. Are you guys getting ready to write in a question in the comments so I can channel an answer for you? That's the whole point of this little get together, this little shindig. I'm shuffling the cards because we didn't pull any cards earlier this morning about what this day or this week's energy is going to look like and how to prepare and what some of the themes of this period of time is. Good morning, I got Pat Hansen with me. Yes, Pat, we need to schedule a lunch. It's just a little busy right now. Maybe towards the end of the month, I can schedule something. Anyway, so I'm shuffling the cards and talking at the same time, which as you can tell is a little choppy. Oh, the older I get, the less multitasking I can actually do. So I'm gonna just give these Threads of Fate deck a shuffle, and then we will pull the cards. What's a good question to ask for today? What do we need to know from the cards? What do we want them to show us? I want to pull a card that, good morning, Marco. Hi. There we go. These are some of my favorite people. You showed up. That makes you my favorite people. What the heck? Everybody, please say hello when you get here. Give me a wave. Tell me what's going on in the comments. And also start writing your questions in on the comments so I can channel the answer. Waiting till the end, not a good idea because the Facebook system seems to be a little bit slow in revealing what you're writing to me so that I can answer it. It seems just a little awkward, a little funky. Anyway, so out of this deck, this is the Threads of Fate deck. I'm going to pull a card and asking what is the theme of this week. Okay. Right. The card I pulled is the Alchemist. Let's see if I can get these two things together. There we go. Look at that. That's kind of fun. I'm gonna move it up for Facebook. And then I'm gonna move it closer. So you on Zoom and on YouTube. The Alchemist. Look at that. So I think the Alchemist is someone who could create, transform lead into gold, right? It's like the original translation. And the Alchemist is someone who can feed millions with crumbs, one loaf of bread. The Alchemist is someone who can create beauty from the trash. The Alchemist is a transformer. The Alchemist is someone who, good morning, Suzanne Davis or Suzanne Owen and Lisa Davis. Yes, 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 yes. So the Alchemist is a transformer. The Alchemist can change what they've got might look like something like a cat barfed up into something worth it. And that's what happens when I take my fears or my concerns or all my resentments or my holdbacks, when I offer them to the divine, like these are my character defects, and this is the crappy stuff my mind is dishing up for me to work with today, and I give it to the divine as my gift to her today, then I become the alchemist, because the divine transforms my hairballs and my little measly offerings into something useful and workable and healthy and inspiring and good for other people. So this is what we're working with today. Now they want me to draw 3 cards from the Reconnecting Soul deck. 142 DNA activation cards. So let me ask, but why would I take this? We need 3 cards for empowerment in order to be the alchemists we need to be. All right. They just sort of answer the question. Isn't it nice? Questions are good, you guys. Do not be afraid of questions. Questions are good. Okay. There's 1. Oh. Road. Okay. 2. 3. Okay. Okay. Empowering our ability to be alchemists is this card. And remember, in my world, we insert the card, the DNA strand that this card represents, into the space between our crown chakra and our soul chakra. There's a little open area in here between, and you can just put the card in. Well, anyway, you put the card in there and it literally allows the body to take it up and to float into your physical system, into your consciousness, and you be utilized by everything that you are. This is the compassion card. I think that's remarkable because, I think most people's tendencies, if you're like me anyway, you want to produce a result, you want to be a good business person, you want to take care of your responsibilities, you want to get her done, you want to build the house in one day, you want to be a famous psychic, preferably in less time than it's really actually taking. And I flog myself, I beat myself like I'm a slave, like I'm a draft horse or something. And I need to have compassion for myself as I work with this energy, as I learn how to be the alchemist, as I learn how to transform things. And sometimes just accepting what's so is transformative. Feel free to write your question in on the Facebook page here, because I'm warming up to that. I'm waiting for the questions to arrive so I can channel the answers. But we're drawing cards that will support our ability to be alchemists. So this is the second card. There you go. Feel that card going into your energy system, all through your body. Like letting go to every place that this DNA strand is helpful to your body, to your soul's purposes, to your work, to your ability to love. Here you go. So this card supports Alchemist alchemists by being the lineage card. This is the lineage DNA strand. And lineage. It says on the card, in the beginning, there were only 500 souls sent here to begin the game of life on Earth, and you are a descendant of one of them. Remember your ancestors now. Nice to know that we are souls of the original beings that came here to be on the earth. Like that, it feels soothing somehow. It's like beyond the limitations of my family tribe, my genetic influences, the way my family thought and behaved and decided were the correct rules of behavior. I like this. And when I think of, for Lisa, I think of your father as he was really an alchemist. And I think he was always looking at trying to be that, even with his expression, rest never sleeps. Rest always happening. All right. The third card that supports our being alchemists during this week of time that we're in, coming up and working through, is this card. So again, let this card move through your body. Let this DNA strand be reabsorbed by your body, rematerialize in your body. If we are descendants of the original 500 people or souls who came here to seed the earth, we are descendants of those. This card helps fit us into the divine. Creating and assisting the mind to create a divine plan. This is the ceremony card, and it says, life is a ceremony. With this attribute, you join in dance and are fully able to enjoy every aspect of it. Life is a ceremony. Life is a ceremony. Right now, you're part of a ceremony of consciousness, having your experience, letting it contribute to you. That I think it's a wonderful assortment of cards. I didn't even read the back side of the compassion card. I'd like to back up for review. It says, another aspect of oneness. This activation enables you to support others in rising from their current vibration to a higher one by virtue of your attention and care. Another aspect of oneness, this activation enables you to support others in rising from their current vibration to a higher one by virtue of your attention and care. No, attention and caring. And with this, you'd be surprised energetically at how important attention and caring is. Whatever little you can do to pay attention, to smile, to care for others, pray for them, let them know that they can do anything else. In here and go to and this video and see if on my computer there are any questions shown there. Oh, by the way, I'm doing live readings at the Soul Search Psychic Fair at the Embassy Suites in Birmingham. They're there out near the airport. And it's a 1-day psychic fair. I'm going to be doing live readings there. And at 1:00, I'm giving a little talk on bringing soul consciousness through the Akashic Records. My favorite topic. Okay, so let's see. All right, so I see the comments are easier to find here. Okay, Pat says, how can we help extinguish the fires in Canada? Yes. How can we help extinguish the fires in Canada? First off, one must always let go of one's agenda. See, as humans, fire is a power that is stronger than the, as it were, and should be extinguished in order to be managed or dominated. So understand that as tragic and dealing as fires, they are a necessary part of the medical system. The fact that human beings, their property may be eaten up along the way is a tragedy, and it is to be expected. Just as trees can their leaves, it must be broken down and reabsorbed into the soil in order to create more life. Yeah, so there's an agenda here that we must extinguish these fires because they are bad. So we would say, first off, you let go of the agenda. And immediately rain shows up and serves as an assist to putting out the fires. But it's the release of the agenda and the non-resistance to what is happening that opens up the energy and allows you to operate as an alchemist and to change the situation. Find an appropriate way to be with the same situation. Let's just relax and release our agenda, be in the moment, and we can literally take into our hearts the birds and squirrels and the deer and the mushrooms and all the beings of micro life and the macro life and the trees, various species of trees. Take all of these into our lives We protect them, we love them, we honor their life force energy, and we honor this extension of all life as divine life expressed and the expressive love as well for supporting all this, creating and providing and evolving all of these life. So it is by accepting things the way they are, releasing the agenda, that rain can move in and operate as rain does. And in the meantime, we hold it in our arms, in our hands, and in our hearts. Let's also acknowledge on the way that we may be those who die next, and this is not to be feared. Tibetans consider it responsible to meditate upon one's death every day. Come to terms with the fact that we will at some point die. We even die to make room for new life and souls even higher and do the magic cycles. Okay. Susanna, I'm going to read your first question. Okay. More specifically, what state should I be in the direction of moving to soon? And what directions of my soul's path should I be following in the next 6 months? More specifically, what state should I be in the direction of moving to soon? And what direction of my soul's path should I be following in the next 6 months? So, Suzanne. First, Sam, let go. You like to move around a lot. And sort of like trying to stay ahead of yourself. Trying to not quite let your actual self catch up and be with you because you're afraid of what that will bring. That will bring disharmony down in your head, that you will have bad experiences, that you will have fearful experiences, that you will have just the evidence of trauma and the evidence of unhealed trauma. And the evidence of not being loved and supported as you are. So we would say to yourself, turn around and face the part of you that wants to move, that wants to be heading in the direction of, face the part of you that needs to know how to be in this situation, how to get ahead, how to escape possible circumstances or consequences of one of these decisions. Face that part of you that wants to run away. Face her and take her into your arms. Face her and comfort her. She's not running from fire. She's running from the part of you that feels that you want fire and that what you create moment to moment is actually destruction or destructive. So you have to stop. But it's so real. There's big images. If you look, is the divine that exists within you, the kingdom that exists within you. The kingdom is within. The kingdom is within. It's not out here. It's not out there. It's not if you go there, you're going to find the pot of gold. It's not there. The pot of gold is your personality, your skill set, your offerings are the pot. So hold still and take inventory of what you have. Best disharmonies, your deepest tragedies, your sadness, your longing, your fears, self-will. In your case, we would say offering them to the divine, your self-will, and asking for the divine's will for you to come into you and be on this. And it is not about moving and changing, it's about the internal shift that happens in your history. And I mean, everything that has happened to you up until this moment as your history. Being at one, and realizing that this has been your soul's plan and your divine's plan all along. And you come to a place of recognition and finding a way to love this person that you unconditionally. You have compassion, compassionate with yourself. It is to understand that in your lineage, you are one of the 500 souls that came here to the planet to start this whole cycle. And to use ceremony, you make candles. And so you're already a ceremony maker. Use your candles, use your crystals to come to a place of harmony and appreciation for this difficult road that you've been on with you. And go forward without coming to a place of full acceptance of who you are and where you've been right now. Otherwise, you just are recreating the past. I think you're wanting to figure out how to stop recreating the past. And as you know, you're you. Being confidential, but I think you know what I'm talking about. You receive support and it's necessary. Keep running from that and never be comfortable. So thanks, Zach. I'm gonna. I think I'm not interested in you giving people advice, Zach. If you would like some advice, I would be glad to ask for advice for you, and have my guides give you some advice. But I think just to be your brilliant light-filled self, Zach, and allow others to be their brilliant light-filled self, and leave off with the advice. Good, good, good. If someone asks for advice, they can have it, but they're not asking you for advice right now. So your job is just to accept them exactly as they are, just like we're talking to Suzanne Owen about accepting yourself exactly as they are. And you, Zach, are, I accept you and love you exactly as you are right now. I know you come from a nice place and you want things for yourself, but it's not your place to give advice unless you are asked. Thank you. So to finish off, Suzanne Owen, specifically, what state should I be in the direction of moving too soon? And as you can tell, it's not a geographic state you're pointing you towards. It is a spiritual state. It is a condition within of complete and total acceptance of exactly how you are with it, where you've been. Being compassionate with yourself, appreciating your lineage, and knowing that you have ceremonious ways of being with yourself and the divine that assists you. It's not a different geography. That's a geographic cure. It's not a spiritual one. Okay. So Pat says, just wait, get your second question there, Pat. Just want to make sure. Hey, Zach, did you have a question? Do you want to ask a question? You showed up here. It's unusual that you did, and I'm delighted that you did. Do you have a question? Open to channel. Suzanne says, thank you so much, love. That's good. Yeah, exactly. Pat says, should I continue to work with Bay Area Rescue Mission? Okay, so I think that unfortunately the rescue mission has managed to put itself in a situation where it's the rescuer, and it would only exist if there were beings who needed rescuing. We need to have victims. We have plenty of victims. There's tons of victims in this world. And I think, Pat, if you can provide services that don't deplete your compassion and allow you to be the alchemist with these people, whether it's the staff or the people that they serve, population that they serve, without depleting yourself. You walk away from there going, okay, God, I did it. I'm glad you put the right words in my mouth, put the right people in front of me. You helped me to provide your services, extend your love, extend your healing light to these people. Thank you, thank you. If you can walk away at the end of the day and say that, and you're not like, oh my God, I'm so sad. It never ends. If it's too depleting, then you either have to reduce your hours or find another place to contribute. What you can contribute is valuable. And they're saying, understand that you may not understand how valuable your contribution is, how spiritually elevated it is, how healing it is, the rippling effect that goes out from you, and the energy that you hold, the spirits, and the light that you contribute, you may not understand how powerful that is. And so it requires a huge leap of faith when you're to continue functioning as that. So the evidence is not going to be there day after day. It's probably going to be a long time in between action and evidence. And so you're just going to have to know that you walk hand in hand with the divine, and you ask at every moment, what is it you want me to say? What is it you need me to be? How is it I can serve? What resource can I offer? It may not be me, it may be some other service. And the paradigm of rescuing is not very good right now. It's an example or a desire that has kind of expired energetically. And what you're looking for is a transformation mission. What you're looking for is a they're showing me an example like the Underground Railroad. It didn't necessarily mean that along the way you're going to find your each stop along the way gave you refuge along the way and gave you support and food and rest so that you could continue the journey towards personal freedom. And that each stop along the way was not necessarily the freedom, it was the assistance needed on the path. So they're showing me kind of like that. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's a picture that is useful to you. That if you're going to function in this group, you're like the Underground Railroad. That the rescue mission is really just an underground railroad stop, and may not be the end result. This may not be the gorgeous fertile land that the seed plants itself and then grows into a fabulous tree or a really fruitful set of vines. It may only be a rest stop along the way that allows them to move on to the next one. Oh, very useful. Thank you. I'm glad to know that. That's the wonderful thing about channeling. And I'm thinking about leading a class in channel writing, and I would love to have you guys be in it. I'd love all of you to be in that class. I don't know when yet. The guides just gave it to me this morning. It's the next thing to do, because I'm thinking about teaching a class on opening a channel again, the channeling 101, but I didn't feel like that had a full go ahead. However, channel writing may be a better class for a lot of people who don't get it verbally, but they get it through their writing, whether it's on the computer or their handwritten notes to themselves and like that. But a ways for opening up the channel to receive the messages and then transmit them in a way that's clear to the receiver. So it will be a form of channeling, but in the written form. And I think it's really great for folks who love words and energy of words and sounds and how they can delineate reality, and they can diminish certain things and enhance other things, and vibration and light and energy in them. Be looking for this. This may be what's next for all of you. Um, okay. I think to the end, it feels like we're getting to the end. Zach, I'm gonna ask one more time. Would you like to ask a question? I very much want to assist you if there's anything that you need. I don't drink, so I can't buy you a Molson. I definitely believe in the getting outdoors and into nature and the continuity and the beauty, the quieting of the mind. Getting out in nature. Okay. So, I did enable stars on here, so if you give me a star, or if you'd like to make a donation, I think always they're back. I had this where it says you can donate here. Soul consciousness group page. Thank you for going with me on the canceling of the full moon ceremony. I just wasn't into it. Like I didn't care. I was flat, uninspired, and that's a signal I had to respond to. It's not going to happen in that moment. I'm going to try to churn it out, but thing I wanted it to do. Okay. I'm finding the donation page. Goodness gracious. Okay, so last pieces of housekeeping. I'm doing live readings at the Soul Search Psychic Fair, and I'm gonna just put this. It's Saturday, this Saturday, July 8th, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Hilton Embassy Suites in Burlingame, out near the airport, the San Francisco airport. And so it's a one-day psychic fair, and I'm doing live readings there. And the other thing is I'm giving a 1-hour talk at 1 p.m. on bringing forth soul consciousness, an Akashic Records guide to living a fulfilled life. And if you want to be part of that, please join me in Burlingame at the Embassy Suites. It's off De Anza Boulevard on Saturday. Be there from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and I'll be doing my talk at 1 p.m. Hello, Catherine Bear. How are you, darling? How's it going? Did you want to sneak in a question, Catherine? I would love to answer a question for you. That's one piece of housekeeping. The other piece of housekeeping is next week, July 10th through the 16th, I'm on spiritual retreat. Every year about this time, I go inward and I stop putting out energy outward because I need to rejuvenate and revitalize. And so I take myself offline electronically and so forth, which means there's not going to be any Wednesday events next week. So get me, but on Saturday at the fair, get me now, or get me before I start my spiritual inner retreat on Monday the 10th. I'll be back online on Monday the 17th, so it's not forever. But I'm not even going to be doing the one questions, none of that, because I'll be doing my own thing. Here to see if Catherine's got a question for me. What do you think, Catherine Bear? Do you need a question answered? Anybody else? Okay. Oh, the energy of this week is the Alchemist. All have exercised your ability to be alchemists. All have figured out ways of doing this. I'm recording this on Zoom, and so if I put the card in a certain place, it shows you the pink flowers that are behind me, and it's sort of an alchemy in itself. But you all are alchemists, and the things that support you in being an alchemist, and this is the energy of this week coming through, are the things that support you in being an alchemist is compassion, loving yourself unconditionally exactly as you are, realizing that your lineage has brought you to this place, that you are one of the 500 seeds that started this process on here on the earth. You got that in you. And life is a ceremony. This attribute, you join in the dance and are fully able to enjoy every aspect of it. So, to me, I tend to like make myself work really hard, and that completes me, it tires me out. And in some ways, it's an exhibition of or an exercise of my self-discipline. I'm good at that. But when I just relax, and with this attribute, you join the dance and are fully able to enjoy every aspect of it. And I think the alchemist in me also knows when to receive and how to receive what it is I need in order to get the mission accomplished. And when it's time to just stop putting out and just open to receive from the divine everything that is needed. All right. We thank you very much. You are just apple of my eye for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Zachary, for being here. Thank you, Pat, Catherine, Suzanne, Owen. Lisa Davis, kisses, honey bunch. I adore you. Lisa's my star. I get to give her special love. Marco is my VA, my virtual assistant. He's the master of ceremonies behind the scenes, and he is wonderful. For his work and his attitude, he's such a can-do person. And thank him for all that he does to make all this stuff possible. Thank you, Deborah Coupe. I hope you got what you needed today. Thank you, Sona Marie Wicks. Thank you, everybody. Right. Have a wonderful day. Bye.